Hello, Evans.
Hi, Demian. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. Yeah, it's good. Good here in Melbourne. We have some good weather, which is nice, and we have some good support from our new investors. So we're happy about that.
Yeah, it's nice to see the progress, Demian.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how are you there?
I'm fine. The rains finally came after many months, many weeks of drought. And planting is almost starting soon. Today, the sun is actually up. You can see it's a bit shiny today.
Yeah.
And we are happy.
That's good.
Even the chickens are happy. You can see from there. They're scratching.
Okay.
I also have some guinea fowls. You can see the guinea fowl there. They like the forest a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're enjoying the scratching to get the insects, to get the fresh leaves.
Yeah.
They're just, yeah.
Great. So, Evans, well, this is recording, so my colleague in the marketing team will just make nice edits and put some clips onto our podcast channel. We'll show you the edited version as well. But if you're happy, we'll just have a nice chat, and we can make a recording to be putting on our social media later.
No problem, Demian. I'm happy.
Yeah. Awesome. Yes. Yeah, great. Well, thanks for joining us, Evans, on the TreeCoin Podcast. It's been really inspiring to see your work in Kenya with your volunteers at your island and your Badilisha project. Tell us about Badilisha, why you created it, and what the program is achieving.
Thanks, Demian. Badilisha is a Swahili word which means change. Nearly 10 years ago, we created the organization to enhance change in different parameters of life, and more particularly the environmental aspect. For many years, the highland vegetation has been really on a downward trend, where there were bushes were being cleared and the vegetation cover was really going down, creating a lot of erosion and siltation on the lake, and also other social problems. So as an organization, we came up with the initiative to try and restore the island through tree planting and through restoration of natural ecosystems. Like we have a small hilltop, which is a public land with indigenous tree species. So we have also worked on that. Besides that, we have also worked with individual farmers to plant trees, and particularly food forests, where we plant trees which are edible and unedible. So this will enhance food security. So this is particularly what we have been doing to try and mitigate the impacts of climate change.
It's fantastic, and we were excited to see when you first contacted TreeCoin. Tell us about what you were looking for, which enabled you to search and then find TreeCoin, and how TreeCoin can help the goals of what you and your team are achieving there.
Thanks, Demian. Badilisha is a small grassroots organization with not so much of internet presence. And this translates also into scarcity of resources, because if we are working here and no one knows about what we are doing, then no one can really find out how to support us. So there is always efforts from our end to try and look for supporters who can help us to sustain the work we are doing. because we need support to buy seedlings, get good soil, get potting bags, get farm equipments and tools, buy solar panels to help us water the tree nursery, give some stipend to our volunteers. So this made us to continue looking for support. And then we bumped into Treedom, to TreeCoin. So TreeCoin is really important to us because we work with them, as we think that when we work with them, we can work together and sustain the impacts of what we have already created. Can you hear me?
Okay, so I wanted to share a bit more about the website that we created for you guys, which is inspired on your own organization website, and also reflects the project that you registered in TreeCoin, which is here. And it has a bit of description, also narrated by you about the specific project. It's only the first of several projects that we know that you have already launched and are managing. And we've included images of the nurseries that you've just been describing that have so far gone without carbon-related revenue. So maybe you could share a bit about how you found the process of registering on the TreeCoin app, and then the recent results with selling some TreeCoin through the TreeCoin system.
Yeah, I think the idea of TreeCoins is so amazing, and that is actually why we contacted TreeCoin, because the app is straightforward, because we are not really an IT guru. I don't really have a lot of knowledge on IT, but I found it very direct. From the apps, you could create your own account there. You could create the profiles there and log in, and then you create the maps for each area. And I found it really interesting and very direct. And even the purchase process is also direct, because the funds are transferred to the account, our PayPal account, and then our work is just to release the tokens. So this is a very straightforward approach to supporting grassroots initiatives to really be self-sustaining. Like they really, because our work is mainly in the field, and the process in terms of managing the app is so easy and so direct, and it is what the communities need to keep on going and to sustain their activities.
That's great to hear. And you recently had a purchase where you've transferred those tokens to the purchaser, which is the whole process, because that purchaser can now retire the tokens, and they have a good linkage to the original project at your side. and they are going to receive a certificate that shows the if they retire the tokens, which we expect that they will, that they have like a carbon footprint reduction based on tokens produced from you guys. And most of the system has been automated. So it's very exciting. That do you think you will now add more projects into the TreeCoin platform?
Yes, I think we have many sites here where we have really worked well to restore, and the trees are really doing well. And we are really excited to register more projects in the TreeCoin platform. And we hope that through this, we will be able to sustain what we are already doing, especially with the tree nurseries, and also the work that we are doing with the communities here. So we are really excited to add more projects.
That's fantastic. Well, we look forward to more projects coming on, and also others around Africa and around the world, seeing these examples. And want to make a shout out to the purchasers out there, the people that want to offset their own carbon and support these incredible projects, that they can do that through our platform to support projects like yours. That's exactly the purpose that we created TreeCoin for, to generate wealth while reforesting the earth. And I think the idea is, from this revenue, you'll be able to scale up your activities and increase the forestation efforts. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think
anything else you want to say to the audience? Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think the approach that TreeCoin has created is really very strategic, because there are communities out there who are doing great work in trying to fight climate change, and sometimes they find it difficult to find support to continue doing their work, and eventually some of them die because there is nowhere they can get support. And I think through this now, most of the grassroots organizations will be able to get support to carry on the good work that they are doing. And I think even from the TreeCoins that have already been purchased, I think this is really good for us, because now we can get more seeds, we can get good soil, we can get what we need to keep going. I think it's a good plan.
Evans, well, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast, and look forward to joining you again in the future to hear about the growth of your program in Lake Victoria in Kenya.
Thanks a lot, Damian. Keep working hard to save Mama Earth. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you.